back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today I'm doing a video that I look forward to every month. It is the new releases for the following month. So we're looking today at the May 2021 cozy mystery releases. It's a big long list and it is a good list. So let's just jump right into it. First, let me know which of these that you're excited about reading, which of these that I should bump up in my TBR. Anything else that you want to talk about, down there's a place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every week, and you can continue to find me in Chat Cozies. In 3, 2, 1, go! All right, well, if you've watched my videos, you know I always typically jump into some announcements before we get started. I'll try to keep it short, sweet, to the point. First of all, last night was our first ever Killing Time with Cozies book club, and thank you so much for joining us. It was so much fun. Seemed like everyone enjoyed it. I know I did, and that's what matters. No, I'm kidding. It was such a blast. The book was great. Everybody chatting about the book. It was so much fun all the way around. And thank you all for joining us. Our next book club pick for May is Death Becomes Her by Nancy Coco. It is right here. And this is my pick. So if you don't like it, keep it to... I'm just kidding. Please join us for that one. It's going to be another blast. I don't want to say the date here today because May's an extra long month, so we're not doing it the last Saturday in May. Usually I can just say, oh, it's the last Saturday in May. Can't do or last Saturday of the month. I can't do that for May, so I don't want to tell you the date wrong. But you will hear this announcement many times before the date. So please join us for that. The next announcement that I have is I want to tell you that my friend Dina from Books Yada Yada is doing an author interview coming up in May. It's for the Poppy McAllister series by Libby Klein. I'm so excited for her. And Dina, I'm reading the first book right now. We'll talk later. I'm very excited for her. Please go and subscribe to her and set your reminders for that. It's going to be a blast. Is that all my... That should be good enough for right now, because I just can't, I should have wrote them down. All I wrote down was just a blurb about the book club. So if there's others, you will hear about them. Cozy Reads Mystery and I do a cozy mystery Killing Time with Cozies chat every Saturday, so you'll always hear the announcements within there too. And you can always ask me in the comments. All right, so without further ado, the list. Why we're all here, May 2021 Cozy Mystery releases. The first series is book number 5 in the Deputy Donut series by Ginger Bolton. I love this series, y'all. I'm actually going to be interviewing Ginger Bolton in May. I don't remember the exact date, so I'll tell you a little bit closer. I'm so excited about it because I love this series. So the main character is Emily Westhill. She is a widow of a police officer. She is an ex-911 dispatch operator. She was an operator when her husband was killed. And now she has opened a donut shop with her father-in-law called Deputy Donut. She has a cat called Deputy Donut. This takes place in Falling Brook, Wisconsin. So book 5 that's coming out is called Beyond a Reasonable Donut. Hold on. Did I say that right? Give me a second. Okay, I am back. I had to go check my notes. So the 5th book is called Beyond a Reasonable Donut. It is right here. And guys, I just want you to take note that it looks like there is a fair or carnival or circus going on. Now, I'm already a fan, but I am so ready for this one. Oh my gosh. Emily and her assistant Nina are looking forward to manning the Deputy Donut tent at the Baker's Dozen Carnival in Falling Brook, Wisconsin, a festival held on Friday the 13th to celebrate good and bad luck. That does not sound like a good plan, y'all. I mean, I'm excited, but All right. But Emily has barely dropped the corn fritter in oil when bad luck boils up. Well, yeah, it's Friday the 13th. First, their bucket of confectioner's sugar disappears. And then, while a mime creates a distraction, a magician robs their cash register. Oh my gosh, this sounds amazing. After the carnival, their misfortune continues. Emily discovers that someone has broken into artist Nina's loft and vandalized a large painting in progress with the bucket of stolen sugar, which is now on the head of the mime, who seems to have been suffocated. Emily would bet Nina was the intended victim, but the cops think Nina silenced the mime. Now, Emily must catch the killer white-handed before someone else kicks the bucket. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one. Every book I've read in the series is fabulous, but the fact that it takes place at a carnival is just, you guys know. You already know. I don't have to say anymore. The next book is the 7th book in the Haunted Bookshop series by Alice Kimberly, who is also Cleo Coyle. The book is called The Ghost in the Haunted Portrait. It is right here. The main character in this series is Penelope Thornton McClure, owner of the bookstore, and Jack Shepherd, a ghost who is a bookstore inhabitant. While gathering a collection of vintage book cover paintings for a special event in her quaint Rhode Island bookshop, Penelope discovers a spooky portrait of a beautiful woman who supposedly went mad, according to town gossip. Seymour, the local mailman, falls in love with the haunting image and buys the picture, refusing to part with it, even as fatal accidents befall those around it. Is the canvas cursed? Or is it something more sinister at work? For answers, Penn turns to otherworldly source, Jack Shepherd, PI. Back in the 1940s, Jack cracked a case of a killer cover artist, and to Penn's relief, his spirit is willing to help her solve this mystery, even if he and his license did expire decades ago. That sounds great, and I absolutely love the way Cleo Coyle writes. I know she writes the Coffee House Mysteries series, which is one I really, really enjoy. So I don't know why I've never started this, but I plan to. Let me know if you have read any of the books in this series. The next series is the Electra McDonald Mystery Series by Ashley Weaver. The first book is called A Peculiar Combination. I need a moment again. My notes are very deceiving today. Or maybe I just wrote them down wrong. Hold on. I'm back again. Look at that. Magic. So it is the first book that's coming out. I wanted to make sure that I didn't write it down wrong. So the first book that's coming out is called A Peculiar Combination. It says, it's right here. It says, Electra McDonald has always known that the way she and her family earn their living is slightly outside of the law. Breaking into the homes of the rich and picking the locks on their safes may not be condoned by British law enforcement, but World War II is in full swing. Ellie's cousin Colm and Toby are off fighting against Hitler, and Uncle Mick's more honorable business as a locksmith can't pay the bills anymore. So when Uncle Mick receives a tip about a safe full of jewels in the empty house of a wealthy family, he and Ellie can't resist. All goes as planned until the pair are caught red-handed. Ellie expects them to be taken straight to prison, but instead they are delivered to a large townhouse where government official Major Ramsey is waiting with an offer. Either Ellie agrees to help him break into a safe and retrieve blueprints that will be critical to the British war effort before they can be delivered to a German spy, or he turns them over to the police. Ellie doesn't care for the Major's imperious manner, but she has no choice, and besides, she's eager to do her bit for king and country. She may be a thief, but she's no coward. When she and Major break into the house in question, they find instead the purported German spy dead on the floor. The safe already open and empty. Soon, Ellie and Major Ramsey are forced to put aside their differences to unmask the double agent as they try to stop Allied plans falling into German hands. Wow, there's a lot going on there. Let me know if you've read that. It sounds super intriguing. Of course, you haven't read it. It's the first book in the series. Forget that. Wow, I am all over the place today. I apologize. It is the first book in the series. Maybe unless you read it as an arc, you would not have read it. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, I am back with it, hopefully. Or I'm finally with it. Not back with it. I'm finally with it, maybe. So the next series is one I'm always happy to talk about because I absolutely love it. It is the Domestic Diva series. Number 14 is coming out. This is by Krista Davis. The book is going to be called The Diva Serves Forbidden Fruit. It is right here. The main character in this is Sophie Winston. This series takes place in Alexandria, Virginia. With Old Town's DIY home decorating festival in full swing, Sophie's swamped, juggling a bumper crop of artisans, antique dealers, and decorators for the busy street fair. Still, when her best friend Nina suddenly needs a ride from the airport, Sophie is happy to help, until she sees Nina disembarking in a state of disarray. It's obvious the trip to Portugal soured somewhere along the way. But after one of Nina's traveling companions turns up murdered the following day, Sophie knows something is truly rotten. Though the crime scene is staged to look like an accident, Sophie isn't fooled and peels off to conduct her own investigation. Her only clue is a strange image the victim scratched into the soil before dying. Could it point to a cryptic killer in Old Town, a bitter travel adversary, or a cursed artifact smuggled back from the trip? As the mystery grows, so does the body count. And if Sophia doesn't pluck the murderer soon, her best friend may be the next to fall. It includes, as always, usually delicious recipes and fabulous DIY decorating tips. So much fun. That series is absolutely fabulous. The next one is number 11 in the Witch City Mystery series by Carol J. Perry. It's called See Something. It's right here. The main character in this is Lee Barrett. They are a reporter and their cat, Orion. It takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. Lee has been promoted from field reporter to program director, keeping track of all the shows and managing the local TV personalities, including a cowboy, a clown, and a performing dog, has her head spinning. I would say. Perhaps that's what makes her take pity on the distraught woman she finds sitting alone on a bench on the Salem Common. When she realizes that the poor woman doesn't even know her own name, Libby takes her into the warmth of her home she shares with her Aunt Ibby and their clairvoyant gentleman cat, Orion. Maybe Lee can use her own psychic gifts to divine the woman's identity. Lee's detective beau, Pete Mondello, wants to talk to the Jane Doe, but before he can investigate, he's called to a crime scene. A body has been found washed up in a narrow harbor cove. As harmless as her new house guest seems, Lee can't help but wonder if she may be harboring a killer. I've read that synopsis on that series numerous times. It sounds great. Let me know if you enjoyed it. So the next series is one I'm excited about and I enjoy. It is the Lighthouse Library series. Book number 8 is coming out, called Deadly Ever After, right here. This is by Eva Gates. It says, they're getting married. Lucy Richardson and Connor McNeil have announced their engagement. Their friends threw a party for the couple at the Coquina Beach, close to Lucy's beloved Bodie Island Lighthouse Library. As they're packing up the presents and the few leftovers from Josie's Cozy Bakery, who should arrive but Richard Eric Lewiston III, Lucy's former almost fiance, and his overbearing mother, Evangeline. Push comes to love when Evangeline makes no secret of why she's here, to get Lucy and Rick back together. Lucy isn't tempted in the least, and Ricky is nothing but embarrassed at his mother's desperate ploy. Before returning to Boston, Evangeline throws a dinner party at Jake's Seafood Bar for a reluctant Lucy and her family. Lucy hopes to get dinner over with and see Evangeline and Ricky returning to Boston. But when a body is found at the restaurant's kitchen door, Lucy is again forced to unwillingly put on her detective's hat and do what she can to save her family and her engagement. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited. I am not to book 8, so I have got to get caught up because that one sounds great. There are so many good books coming out because the next series is another one I absolutely love, and I know a lot of my cozy friends love this series. It is the Cupcake Mystery Series by Jen McKinley. Number 13 is coming out. It's called For Badder or Worse. It's right here. The main character is Melanie Cooper. She owns Fairy Tale Cupcakes with her best friend. Life is sweet and business is booming at the Fairy Tale Cupcakes bakery, and the fact that Mel and Joe are getting married is icing on the cake. Their reception will be held at the swanky resort where Oz works as the pastry chef. The wedding planning is all funfetti and games until Mel and Joe meet the head chef at the resort who has been making Oz's life miserable. When the eccentric chef insults Mel's bakery, Oz gets into a blowout argument with the culinary prima donna. Things turn extra sour when the chef is murdered, and Oz is the police's main suspect. As the countdown to the wedding day begins, Mel, Joe, and the rest of the Fairy Tale Cupcake crew must sift through the clues to catch their real killer and clear Oz's name before their wedding plans are totally battered and baked. Oh my gosh. That series, if you haven't checked it out, you're missing out. It's so much fun. The characters are amazing. That whole group, it's fantastic. The next one is the third book in the Georgia B&B mystery series. It's called Peaches and Schemes. It's right here. This is by Anna Gerard. I read the first one, and I think I read the second one. I have to check on Goodreads. I'm not positive. The main character in this is Nina Fleet. They are a B&B owner, and it takes place in Georgia. I really liked the one I read. I think I read both of them, though. I can't swear that because there's actually quite a few Peaches mystery series, so I don't want to say it without verifying because I might be mixing it up with another one that's by Susan Furlong. So both of them are great, though. I remember liking both of them. Nina Fleet might be new to the innkeeping business, but she's savvy enough to know that Cymbeline's tourists aren't enough to keep her fledgling bed and breakfast going. And so Nina decides to tap into the destination wedding market by taking a booth at the Veils and Vanities Bridal Expo. The twice yearly event is sponsored by the town's 2 wedding pros, Virgie Hamilton, the 60-something owner of Virgie's Formals, and Roxana Query, a Gen X event planner and Nina's new friend. But everything goes wrong during the Expo's fashion show when Roxana comes tumbling out of an oversized prop wedding cake strangled to death by her own scarf. Virgie is arrested for the crime, thanks to Nina's statement to the police about having overheard the woman accusing her partner of embezzlement. Meanwhile, the situation grows tense with her sometimes nemesis and current tenant, the dashing out-of-work actor, Harry Westcott. Harry is concentrating on plugging his most recent side hustle, but he's not too busy to break the news to Nina that her ex-husband is engaged to be married again. Certain that Virgie's only offense is a bad temper, Nina decides to do her own investigating. First, however, she and Harry retrieve Roxana's now ownerless dog, planning to foster him until a new home can be found. But local gossip convinces Nina that the others beside Virgie might have had reason to murder Roxana. As Nina gets close to the truth, she's putting her own life in danger. Wow! I love books that have like wedding events, planners and different stuff. So I'm excited about that one. I'll have to see if I've read the second one, if I haven't, get caught up. So the next one I'm super excited about. It is the first book in a new series and I so want to read it, but I will stop myself. But maybe I'll pick it for a book club or something coming up soon. Wink, wink, wink. I can't wink. So that probably looked really... It is the first book in the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery series. It is right here. Isn't the cover amazing? I love the colors. I'm just so excited to check this one out. It is by Mia P. Manansala. It says, when Lila moves back home to recover from a horrible breakup, her life seems to be following all the typical rom-com tropes. She's tasked with saving her Tita Rosie's failing restaurant, and she has to deal with a group of matchmaking aunties who shower her with love and judgment. But when a notoriously nasty food critic who happens to be her ex-boyfriend, you know, it's bad enough that they're a nasty food critic, but when you add an ex-boyfriend, it's going to get bad. Oh, yeah. The ex-boyfriend drops dead moments after a confrontation with Lila. Her life quickly swerves into a Nora Ephron romp to an Agatha Christie case. When the cops treating her like she's the one and only suspect, and the shady landlord looking to finally kick the family out and resell the storefront, Lila's left with no choice but to conduct her own investigation. Armed with the nosy auntie network, her barista best bud, and her trusted dash hound, Lila takes on this tasty, twisted case and soon finds her own neck on the chopping block. Again, I'm telling you, I might be picking it soon for something because I really want to read it. I have a few more for you. They're all like KU indie published books that are coming out in May, and some of them look absolutely fabulous. I'm not going to read the synopsis. I'm going to do like I did last month. I'm going to tell you the number of the book in the series, the name of the series, and of course put up the cover. So the first one I want to talk about is Deceased and Desist. What am I doing? I am so out of proportions today. I'm sorry. Deceased and Desist right here. This is the 5th book in the Chantilly Adair Paranormal Cozy Mystery series, and this is by Carolyn Ritter Aspenson. The next book is called Pint of No Return. It's right here. This is the first book in the Shake Shop Mystery series by Dana Mintic. And I'm excited about this one because the cover is fabulous. And I just love the idea of a shake shop. It's kind of along the diner theme. And I'm super excited to check it out. The next book is Death in Bloom. It's right here. It says it's book 1 in the Flower House Mystery series by Jess Dillon. Another one that has a great cover. The next book is called Murder at St. Winifred's Academy right here. This is book 5 in the Ferreira Family Mystery series by J.D. Griffo. Next series, oh my gosh, the name of this title is amazing. So it is called Punning with Scissors. This is book number 2 in the Crossword Puzzle Mystery series by Becky Clark. I just think that sounds like so much fun. The next book is called Prelude to a Witch right here. This is book number 18 in the Wicked Witches of the Midwest series by Amanda M. Lee. I wonder if is there another author named Amanda Lee? But I don't think they have the M in their name. So I'm not sure if it's the same person or if I'm even way off on my names. I could be. It has been one of those days. I've been off the mark on almost everything. Oh my gosh. The next book is book number 15. It's called Clue in the Clam right here. This is by Kathy Daly. It's in the series, the Inn at Holiday Bay series. This lady writes so many books. It's incredible how many books that she has out. She has a ton of series, and every series that she writes has a ton of books in it. The next book is called Dice on a Deadly Sea right here. It says it is book 2 in the Cardboard Cottage Mystery series by Jane Elsey. The next book is called Murder on a Yacht. It's right here. It is book 30 in the Violet Carlyle Historical Mystery series by Beth Byers. So the next book is called Punch, Pastries, and Poison right here. I'm excited about this one because the author Harper Lynn also writes another series that I've read a few in that is fabulous. It is the Granny Got Your Gun series. Not sure what the actual title of the series is, but it is, the main character is a CIA agent and a grandma. And oh my gosh, it's fabulous. You need to check it out. This one is from the Cape Bay Cafe Mystery Series. The last book I want to talk about is Mermaid Mimosa right here. This is the 8th book in the Magic and Mixology Mystery Series by Gina LaManna. And I just thought that sounded like such a cool idea. It's bartending, mixology, and I guess maybe it has some magic in it. It sounds amazing. So guys, so the last series I want to tell you about is one I'm so excited about because I just think the premise sounds so much fun. The book is called Mermaid Mimosa. It's right here. It is book number 8 in the Magic and Mixology Mystery Series by Gina LaManna. And I just think that sounds really cool. You got bartending and mixing drinks and maybe magic mixed in. And I don't know, I am going to at least check out that series. I think it sounds awesome. All right, everyone. So that is the end of our list. There are a ton of books for you to go check out in May. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.